Alright, before we get into the Kobayashi Maru, I figured y'all would want to know a little bit more about the Klingons. Oh! Yeah, okay. So, this is a bird of prey. It has a functioning cloaking device, two blasters, one photon torpedo, and eight gun targeters. So there's 8 people inside each bird of prey who target 8 things at once. The photon torpedo is only controlled by the ship captain. Okay. The captain got his disruptors. The Klingons are roughly 320 pounds. They lift 500 pounds, run 20 miles an hour, has skin like a rhino. The cotton, I can't really pronounce it. It's the blade. Their crew for each one. The navigation stays in contact with 8 targeters and the second in command while maintaining, for the captain, a Klingon disruptor, my Imperial battlecruiser, but I reside in I choose the bird of prey instead of the battlecruiser, even though they're awesome. My command cruiser's command bridge. Beware the heart of the Kishkat. The bird of prey bridge. Communication commander. Power level router conductor station. The cloak gives off new neutron emissions, but they don't really care about that. Sensor grid sector, crew quarters, can our candid captain torpedo turret. The turret comes right down at the captain's seat. The photon torpedo barrels, the ones at the front of the ships. They are, my bird of prey, the rotor. The propulsion systems, manual impulse warp engines. Success must be approved for all except the Emperor. This often starts wars. Uh, Although most things in Klingon space start wars, you know that. You can't fly over the capital unless you have an appointment. We're gonna land today because I'm talking like a human and got no business being there. So I'm landing at the Imperial Hall. Klingon cities are built over volcanoes. They're like canopies. Canopy cities. They have multiple levels. Contains a stable outboard without draining or straining the volcano. So, if you dig a hole next to a volcano, you're going to destabilize it and it's going to really do a lot of havoc with it. So, when you come down on a Klingon city, it's on top of a volcano. There's a lot of platforms and there's a lot of hallways. There's really no in between outside looking at the sky area. Every hall is guarded by, let's call him a centurion, a guard. There's a guard in every hallway. So when a 4-layer hallway. There's 4 guards, so you really got no reason. There are 14 members of the council. Klingon Imperial Council. The first emperor was Kronos. This was his sacred chamber room of the council hall. Kadefi Copernothor. Like I said, I apologize for all those. I do have links later on for the bird of praise come in squadrons of 3. You pretty much fight for everything. Okay, let's get into the real get of it. Okay, the command class cruisers follows one of the 14 council member fleets, right? And 2. So all of the 14 members have one full fleet, a whole battalion. The Emperor has 2 full battalions. Each command cruiser has 3 bird of praise. Always. This is just how they... Okay. So for every time you see one of the cruisers, that one has 3 birds of prey cloaked around it. Imperial side. Okay. The Klingon Council cruisers, the big ones, have 12 Klingon Command class cruisers each. So, each one of the cruisers has 3. So there's 12 cruisers for every one, and then the Emperor has 2 of these. You never know which one he's in. Klingons celebrate with battle. Neridal is one of their oldest cities. The first one, the last one not to be built on the only one still around. A lot of stuff people don't know. The Klingons use Romulan phasers. They were neat and clean. This is long ago, before they even knew about the Human Federation. No kidding around here. Stay with the volcanoes. They're safer than the wilderness. This is a Targ. 20-year-old kings in their heads. They really think so. Right? Targ, 21 years old, go and evolve. This one is 8 foot tall, 800 pounds, and lift 2,500 pounds. The ladies are 2/3 the male strength, speed, and size. A Targ Angry runs 85 miles an hour and can jump 600 feet. So yeah, these are the things that are in their wilderness and why they got so far into it. Their battle stations, in compared mobile battle stations, unknown due to cloaking technology. They're all over the place, full in Klingon space, and this is their size compared to a space dock. I mean, really, these are huge organizations. And Kronos photon torpedo battle can fire as many shots as Starfleet's. Because what we don't realize is that years ago, I think I get into this further on, but Moog, Worf's father, was one of the original people who set relations up with the Federation. He went and gave the Federation the phaser banks. We didn't know they were from the Romulans. It really didn't matter because they were cleaner. He gave it to us because ours used to go and short circuit and burn out and hurt people. And through some reason, nobody says why it came down to it, but he's seen honor in us and gave us that. Probably due to some accident that we saved their ship and lost a bunch of our own because of it. Um, Quest. Caesar joins the Klingons with a Q. Not want Q power. He doesn't want it. There's a reason. This is a mystery. We're going to need data to solve it. Why did Caesar, Lieutenant Caesar, join them, especially in a time where there's so much unrest? We don't know. We'll get further into it. This is part of the assignment of. Then we have the warrior worms. They're intelligent, know a lot of languages, and use mind control techniques. These are another species that are on the Klingon worlds. They're really dangerous, so you really have to be careful about that. The front living room in the main chamber of my Klingon home. I got a bird of prey. I took a Klingon soul, so most the American government is a Klingon-based thing. If you really get down to it, we're not Federation. The Americans are Klingons, so. The Klingon Institute. That is a YouTube channel you can subscribe to. It's not mine, but they'll teach you how to speak Klingon. I still haven't got that far. Kaga Stuttgart Theater nightclub near my house. Hours are midnight to 1 p.m. The theater nightclub is usually packed. Recipes for Klingon blood wine. Recipe tables, recipes, and usually include. One of the main delicacies is the tribble. It's a tribble fiesta. They're born pregnant, and if they get wet, they spread. Starship feast or die in a beast. They taste like chicken. They're actually really good. This saved a lot of species for a long time, because they really do. They taste like chicken. Then you can make as many as you need, so long as you can keep them under control. And the Klingons are big eaters. Klingons cheer for the blood-rising apocalypse. Some more of the Klingon delicacies that are served here. A Klingon orchestra singing at the theater. Klingon gawk that's cooked twice, believe it or not. For real, remember, these are Klingons, the people who guard the doors. They're not exactly friendly, but they are respectful, and giving respect is better than, expecting. Some of the desserts are gummy as anything. Blood pie. More gawk, cooked a different way. One's GAUG and one's QAAGH. The open areas are free for the strong. Open areas are free for the strong or the wise, if you can survive it. Some of the rituals they go through. The river of blood. It's one pair of cow prods for 1 second times 4. You know, these are serious things. Both sides at the same time. You're getting hit by 2 cow prods for 1 second and have to walk down the line of 6 to 8 people. Undiscovered country prison planet. Rua Penther. Be careful about this place, you will freeze to death. The courtroom, where you will prove your case. When the lights go out, you know, it's just you, and hopefully they got somebody for you. Because, you know, most people, they don't like doing court stuff. That's why they make a big deal out of it. Everyone shows up. The entire battalion you're up against and have offended will show up there. You know, the Moog, father of war, was a defense attorney, as we know. And otherwise, that is all the Klingon stuff. You know, they're secure young, as impulsive, and don't lean towards the Emperor. You know, they're out to become their own Emperor. They really have a serious... they put them into these situations. You know, Moog, father of war. Kittimer get Romulan phasers for the Emperor. Made defense attorney. Became Starfleet, issued phasers. See, that was a whole Kittimer thing. You know, I guess that the Romulans were trying to take more, and because they wanted the propulsion systems, and because the bird of prey was it was the start of the whole Federations. You know, these things move omnidirectional. You know, they're super serious. It makes a helicopter seem like a school bus, you know, and the Romulans wanted it. And they were real nasty, you know, slippery fucking angry people. And so Moog was the one who went, and the Federation came to the assistance. And, you know, yes, we know Kittimer as an arms deal, as a union thing that went down in a movie once. But, you know, there was more involved with it, just like anything. And he was the one who sided with the Federation. It was still generally a traitor act, but we got the phasers out of it. Oh, and that was the case report. And they got our system. So the Romulans were there. Like I said, it's a lot of classified stuff. But we ended up with the phasers. They ended up with a better propulsion system. You know, like, you can't really hold me to it. There's a lot involved. The entrance of Kronos Prime. Well, that's pretty much it. We're gonna leave the Klingons and hopefully not piss anyone off. So,